How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with etrailer.com, and we're taking a look at the JetStream Roof Rack System on our 2023 Chevrolet Silverado. Adding a roof rack to the top of your Silverado is going to help solve the issue of getting those bigger, bulkier items on the road with you without taking up space inside the vehicle or in the bed. When you add a roof rack system like this guy right here, it allows you to use roof baskets, roof cargo carriers, or kayak or bike carriers. You open up your options using this negative space on top of your truck. The JetStreams are Aero style crossbars, so they're very similar to an airplane's wing, and what that does for you, it helps reduce the wind noise you experience. On the top, you can see that you also have a rubber strip that's going to allow you to access your T-track channel, where you can plug in your accessories, tighten them down without having to trim to size. Underneath on your bar, you're going to see that there's a gap there, and that's usually where you will put in a plastic strip, a rubber strip that comes with your bar. With this being a demonstration, I just didn't cut it because you cut it to size. Going down to our towers, the baseline towers are going to give you a nice sturdy platform for whatever you put on top of your roof, as well as the feet that contour to the top of your Silverado. One thing to keep in mind when you're looking at that connection point, you want it to kind of fit and grip right in between the door jamb and make that contact so you can have that stable, sturdy connection for your setup. Out the box, you're just going to have these plastic slugs, but you can add the Yakima same key system lock cores to your setup here to keep everything nice and secure. Cool thing about the same key system is if you have other Yakima products, bike carrier, roof box, you can have them all keyed alike to only have a single key for all your Yakima items. Your roof rack system can support up to 165 pounds, but you always want to consult with your owner's manual to make sure that you're staying within the capacity of your vehicle's roof. If you have the panoramic moonroof or just any moonroof on there, those capacities may change, so definitely check out the owner's manual. Your installation, it is a little bit more involved. It has a couple extra steps versus other brands I've installed like Rhino Rack or Thule. However, you aren't able to get the most custom fit to fit your truck the best. The setup of the Yakima Roof Rack is a little bit more intense, where you're going to have to make more adjustments for that initial setup. But after you get the position for your pitch and toe, it'll be super easy just to throw it up on top of your roof. As far as the measurements that you're going to need to collect, you're going to need to get a measurement from the front of your windshield right here at the top to the front of your first tower. Then you're going to get a measurement from the front of your crossbar to the rear front of your crossbar. And those measurements are going to help you find the positioning for where the roof rack will install on top of your roof. So right now, the installation does take a little bit, so grab a tape measure and you'll be ready to go. So we're going to start the process of our installation by setting up our baseline towers. You want to grab your foot plate and make sure that the open part is pointing towards the outside, and just snap it into place right here. You're just connecting right here underneath. And from here, we're going to insert this top cleat into the T-track on the bottom of our bar. So I'm going to do the same on the other side, and now we're going to lock it in and adjust for our pitch and toe. Right, so we're going to set the pitch first. So that's going to basically determine the angle of the foot itself. In the center, you're going to go in the center position, and that's where you're going to actually fasten down. Once you get it locked in, you'll know that by hearing your tool click. And now you're going to do the same with the toe. The toe has to do with the basis position as far as the angle of it. See, you can make that adjustment for the toe. In this particular setup, the toe is going to be right in the center. And now we're going to fasten it down and make sure we're torqued by hearing our tool click. We're going to reinstall our end cap and move over to the truck. To make sure that you have an easy time with your installation, you're going to want to follow the measurements that are recommended from Yakima for your vehicle. You have 4 different measurements you're collecting. 2 of them are going to happen on top of the roof, and we'll give you a little bit more overview on that as well. We're going to take our bar and just stretch it across the rooftop. Being cautious of our paint. We're going to use our tape measure to set up our crossbar spread. I want to set our truck up today at 32 inches on center to the crossbars. So I'm going to just give it a little nudge. All right, and I'm gonna head over to the other side, get the measurement, and then we'll move to the next step of adding the clamps. Now we're gonna take our clamp and position it on the inside of the slot in our tower. And now we're gonna use our Yakima tool to fasten it down. And we're gonna go back and forth on both sides just to make sure that we're not pulling from one side or the other. All right, now that I have it secure and locked down, I'm gonna put my cover on. And now we're good to go. This has been Ed with etrailer.com, taking a look at the JetStream Roof Rack System on our 2023 Chevrolet Silverado.